First ever eBudde. Okay, I'm going to start that again because now it's being recorded. Hello and welcome everyone to our first eBuddy training. This came about because at the end of the season last year, we sat down with a lot of our service unit managers and service unit cookie managers, and one of the things that was requested was a refresher on eBuddy. And we reached out to the bakery, and Shelly said, absolutely. So she is joining us tonight, and we are going to walk through eBuddy from logging in straight through the initial order. So we'll do the first part of the program. Next slide, please. Just a bit of basic housekeeping. Please mute yourself. Please feel free to add your pronouns to your Zoom name. Please hold all questions until the end. Don't put questions in the chat yet, as they might be missed, and we want to make sure that we get every question. And please don't direct message the staff. Someone else in the meeting may have the same exact question as you, and I always say that you do a service by asking it at the end so that everyone can hear it. And we will have a Q&A after Shelley's presentation. Next slide, please. Okay, this is a very, very easy training for me because I get to turn this over to Shelly Rosa from Little Brownie Bakers, who is here tonight with us. And Shelly is our point of contact at the bakery and the person that I go to with all of my problems. So we are very, very lucky to have her. And I thank her so much for taking time out of her schedule to do this training. Shelly, take it away. It's all you.
Thank you, Michael. As Michael said, my name is Shelley. I've been with Little Brownie Bakers now for 15 years. Doesn't seem like that long, but I want to jump in and kind of just show you, as Michael said, from signing in all the way to submitting the initial order. So I'm going to share my screen here. This one, share. Okay, are you seeing the login screen? If someone could just verify that for me.
We see it. You are good to go.
Perfect, perfect. So when you first come into eBuddy, the place to go is cookieportal.littlebrownie.com. If you've lost your email, lost the email that's sent to how to get you logged in, you're going to go to cookieportal.littlebrownie.com. When you get there, this is the screen that you will see. You're going to enter the email that you have given to the council for registration in Salesforce. Okay, we got to make sure that's the email that you're putting in. So I made myself a little person here so I could go in as a troop. And you're going to enter your email and your password. If you forgot your password, all you have to do is click that button, put your email in. Oh, hang on, I'm not in the demo site. You click that button, put your email, and it will allow you to change your password, and you can get in. So let's go back here to Miss Sophie. Okay, and if you forgot your password, you can update your contact information. One thing we do ask is never update your email without notifying the council, because if the council doesn't have your correct email, you can't get into Digital Cookie. So just wanted to make that note. Please don't change your emails unless you contact someone at the council. Okay, so we're going to log in. Should come your troop. I'm troop 9999. I'm in Girl Scouts of Greater New York, and this is my dashboard. There are a few things here that you can see. You can see any data. So if you placed an initial order last year and you're placing an initial order this year, it will compare those two, and you can see, did I do better? Did I sell more cookies this year than I did last year? Same with your gift of caring, and then your post initial or that booth phase of cookies. You can see if you have any girl delivered orders. Those are the orders that girls send out their email and they get an order. They don't want it to ship it, but Betty who lives down the street, and you're just going to deliver those cookies for her. You can see your service unit contact. If you're not sure who you should contact, if there is an issue, that is right there on that service unit contact. And then it will show you where all of the cupboards are located in this little map. You can click on show map and it will bring up the Google map of all of the cupboards. You also see here to the right some messages. They're messages from your council. They could be, hey, don't forget, we're having a cookie rally, or don't forget, if you have a booth, pick up your cookies, whatever that is, you'll see messages here. And you'll also see a calendar. Your council will add dates to that calendar to kind of keep you on track throughout the cookie season. And then, of course, a checklist for you as a troop. What are some of the things you should be doing? Girl names, you don't have to worry about entering. The council will automatically upload those for you. And then when we get to submitting the cookie order, that will be checked off. So it kind of gives you a chronological order of things that you'll be doing throughout the cookie sale. So that's about it for the dashboard. When you hit contacts, you should see your contact. All of this information should be correct. Should a phone number be wrong or an address because you moved, please contact customer care and they can take care of any of that information for you. Now we go to the settings page. This is where you're going to enter your banking information. So you're going to enter your bank name, the routing number for your bank, and then your bank account number. This is so that the council can pull payments directly from your account. It's called ACH. Some people don't know what automatic clearinghouse is. So it's just the council is going to pull payments from your bank account into theirs. It will give you some previous data, what level. You can enter a troop goal if you'd like to. Then every time you log in, that would show up on the dashboard. If you have a goal, it would show up in one of these 3 boxes there for you. Okay, so that's the settings page. Not a lot to do there. All of the information should be there except for the banking information. That's the important thing to know about the settings page. If we move on to the girls page, all of your girls in your troop should be here. Okay, so make sure you scroll up and down to make sure that they're all there. If you need to add a girl, there's a girl in your troop that's not showing up, there is a form for you to fill out. It's the add a girl form, and you'll send that in and they will add the girl for you automatically. If, for instance, there is a girl in there that shouldn't be in there, please contact Heather and she can help you find out where that girl goes and remove them from your troop. So you will also see when you can edit this girl. So if I click on edit on Gracie, there is a couple things that you can enter here. One is, what's her sales goal? Does she have an individual goal of the things that, that she would like to make? So let's say she wants to make 500 boxes, okay? You can also, if there's a t-shirt that they are offering as a reward, you can enter their t-shirt size here. It helps when you're going at the end and you're doing rewards. It's already there. You don't have to contact Gracie's parents and say, what size t-shirt does she need? It's there and it's done for you. Kind of just helps move along the end of the season reward options. So we save that. It's going to tell you that it's been updated, and you just click OK. You're ready to go. So now you'll see under Gracie, her sales goal is 500, and she is a youth small for a t-shirt size. And then you can do that, of course, for every girl in your troop. Enter a sales goal and the t-shirt size if needed. Okay. Now we go to the wonderful initial order. This is where you are going to enter all the information for their initial orders. So if I click on Gracie, I will see here any girl delivered packages that she has sold. They will automatically come over from Digital Cookie into eBudde for that initial order. Those orders will automatically get placed. If she has order card orders that she's gone out, maybe mom has taken it to work or dad has taken it to work, or, she went and saw grandma ordered some additional packages, then you would enter that order here. So let's just say we'll enter some numbers here. Ooh, not 234. Oh, sorry. My typing is a little bit off. And let's say she's got 5 top. Okay. You enter that information. If there was a girl delivered order, you would see that the totals would be different. It would add those 2 columns up. It would add the order card order, and then it would add the girl delivered order. So right now, I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to save. That order's been saved for Gracie, and then we're going to go back. Now you'll see it says saved. It tells you it's been saved. You can go back and edit Gracie's order anytime up into the point where you hit that submit troop IO. So you're going to do that for every girl, right? You click on the girl's name. It takes you to another screen. You enter those order card orders and you hit save. It tells you it's been saved. And then on that initial order tab, you'll see that that order has been saved. Again, you can go back and make changes as many times as you want until you hit that submit IO order. You'll notice down here in this these bottom lines, it tells you how many packages have been ordered, right? So total right now is 178 packages. And then it rounds up to the cases. So the case order is 17 cases is what you would be getting. This extra line here tells you, because we had to round up to the nearest case, these would be extra unsold cookies for your troop that would need to be sold. Okay, so 11 trefoils, 3 lemon ups, 1 adventureful, and going across. So you would have 26 unsold packages at this point. Okay. Once you're confident in all of your orders, all your girl orders are in, all of them say saved, you're to the point where you can hit submit your troop IO. Now it gives you this little warning sign, right? You are about to submit your initial cookie order. Are you sure? Because once you hit that button, no more changes can be made. Okay, so I'm sure we're going to hit the submit order button. It tells me my initial order for my troop has been submitted. The next step, you'll see that there's these little locks, which means it's locked. I cannot click on Gracie. It tells me that it's already been submitted and it's locked. Everything is grayed out. I can't make any changes. So you'll see that, and you'll see this is what I'm getting, 26 cases. If you go to the delivery tab, it shows you, okay, here's my order. I'm going to pick up those 17 cases, and it asks you, who's picking up your cookies? Someone from my troop. And will you be picking up for one or more troops? Let's say your neighbor lives right next door and she's in a different troop and you're going to pick up her cookies too. You're able to do that. I'm going to put no right now. And I don't have a delivery station made, but there would be, sorry, Michael, can you ring in 1 second?
Absolutely.
Do they
So,
pick a delivery station?
so they will have filled, if you fill out a delivery form, your delivery station will be there. And then you can pick that
Perfect.
delivery station.
So this drop down, it will be your delivery station, and then you'll click submit. This second step of delivery information has to be done, because if not, we have no idea where you want your cookies. Okay, where your cookies should be going on that delivery day. And then we hit okay. Submit and okay. So up until a certain point, maybe it hasn't been locked, you're sick, you're not going to be able to pick up the cookies, and you can say it's not going to be me, it's just going to be another troop has offered to pick them up. You can do that same thing and then just hit submit. At a certain point in eBudde, and I'm sorry I don't know the date offhand, things will not be allowed to change at a certain point, and then you would not be able to send to get anything, to make any changes in your delivery. That is it. There is a lot of information here. I know I probably went way too fast, but if you have questions, I'm here to answer them.
Okay. Shelley, the way we usually do it is I will throw you the questions as if it was a game show, and you can
Okay.
answer them. So if you would like to put questions in the chat, I will say one caveat that remember that Shelley is a guest in our home. And let's keep our training to eBuddy related topics and not a grievance session with LBB. Um, and okay, I'm going to start reading the chat.
Okay.
Um, If we don't have an option to see the 2025-2026 season, who should we contact?
I would say you want to contact Heather
Okay,
or customer
fantastic.
care.
The eBuddy season is open. However, you may not have access to it if you have not filled out a ACH and a Troop Cookie Manager agreement. If you have done that, send us an email and we will see what is going on there. Uh, Shelley, can you show us how we submit a booth order?
Sure. So if you have, let me go back here. All you're going to do is right under booth, and I've got to unsubmit myself. So can you guys hang on 1 second? I'll unsubmit. I can't. But if you want booth cookies, if you want cookies for your booth, right here on this booth line, you would add the number of packages you want for the booth, and then it would add that to your packages ordered and cases ordered.
Amazing. Thank you. Uh, is the amount in the amount in the extras line in packages or cases?
That is in packages. That extra line is in packages.
I will answer the next one, which is what is the minimum number of cases that we need in order to have them shipped to a specific location? 75. It is 75 cases. Corey, can you drop the delivery form into the chat, please? And we will take care of
And
that.
I forgot one thing, Michael.
Sure.
Um, in eBuddy,
Mhm.
um, you'll see over to the far right, there's the help center. If you click on that help center, and I'm sorry, they're going to see a little bit more than they should. Here are all of the forms and all of the information that you would need. Your Troop Cookie Manager manual is there. All of the rewards and the goal getter card. All of this information is available to you right through eBuddy. So I forgot that point, so I wanted to make sure that they knew that.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Jasmine, you turn off girl delivery in digital cookie, not in eBuddy. And remember that this year council does not have the ability to turn off girl delivery. That must be done by the caregiver. Adriana, there will be part two of this where we will go over everything after initial order. So this is just up through initial order. I don't want to overwhelm because once we get into girl delivery and having to count, that's a whole nother thing where we will bring Shelley back. Um,
Yes.
and we will do that, and she will do exactly what she did for us now. Um, what if we are getting less than 75 cases? If you are getting less than 75 cases, you must hook up with another troop in order to get that, and you would select the same delivery station. One person has to fill out that delivery form. The bank account info in settings, will we need to enter it again or will it auto be there? I will answer that. You must enter it again. It does not roll over from uh, year to year. Since February 7th is the initial order deadline, is there a recommendation for when we should collect forms from our girls? I would say you would probably want to do that 2 to 3 days in advance. So, uh, the third or the fourth. We're Ashley, digital cookie is a completely different thing. I'm happy to answer that question offline. Nancy says, "Hello, Shelley, and well, thank you for your time. Will you do another training to go over how to manage eBuddy post initial order?" Yes, we will do that. Um, how does All right, so we're gonna talk about everything post initial order, after initial order. So these are really good. And Heather, will you copy the chat so that we know how to shape that training, please? Siobhan, you do have to send a new ACH form every single year. We do not roll anything over. We do not roll bank account information over. So, yes, you do have to send a new ACH form. Just to clarify, only leaders or cookie managers can access eBuddy, correct? Yes, that is correct. The leaders should collect all of the order cards and input for each girl. Also correct. Uh, do we know when the initial order is due in? Penny, I believe it is February 9th by 10 p.m. Someone on my team double
That's
check that.
correct.
Is that correct? I'm okay. Um, Karen, we will not be doing a cookie truck this year. This one's a Shelley one. Can you please review the differences between the different contact roles? For example, can a view-only contact also pick up cookies, or does that person need to be added as a, a booth contact role?
A view only can do just that, only view. Okay. And on the delivery tab, is it going to be someone from my troop? It doesn't have to be you as the leader. It's just someone from my troop is going to be there. So if they are a view only user, yes, they could go and pick up cookies because you're not stipulating the exact person that is going. It's just that you're telling eBuddy that it's going to be someone from my troop is going to be picking them up.
Great. Thank you. The question is, can a Brooklyn troop have a home delivery to Manhattan? Yes. You may have, as long as one person has filled out that form, as long as the Manhattan person has filled out that delivery form, and you have hooked up with them, and we know that you have hooked up with them, you absolutely can have your cookies delivered to that address. Is there any other option to obtain your cookies, say, should you get sick or unable to pick them up yourself once the allotted time has passed? Robin, I'm going to come back to that. How do you get access to eBuddy? So you will be granted access to eBuddy once you fill out the Troop Cookie Manager and the ACH agreement, which we'll drop in the chat right now. Only once both of those forms are submitted, you will gain access through the email that you have in Salesforce. Setting, oh, Joyce, I think actually answered a question there. Oh, great. This is a great one. What is the difference between a box of cookies, a package, and a case? So we don't use the word box. We say package. Box and package are exactly the same thing. And a case is 12 packages. For entering our ACH information, do we need to do that before cookie season starts? Yes. It is okay to enter that as long as it's before February 7th, but make it easy on yourself. Just do it now and get it out of the way so you don't have to think about one more thing. Is eBuddy where we will need to apply for a booth date and location? Yes, it is. For the delivery tab, is this also where we select drive-through for picking up initial orders? Yes. Yes, it is. Everyone is nodding yes. Do you have to prepay for ordered booth cookies? No, as long as you put them on the booth line, they are issued on credit and will be swept for at the end of the program. Uh, Jennifer, I don't know if you can have access to eBuddy because I don't know if you have your ACH or your TCM on file. What is the cutoff date for cookie submission? That would be February 9th. For the initial order, it will be February 9th at 10 p.m. Penny says, are the pickup locations the same as last year? That we don't have, I don't know the answer to because there are over 200 of them.
I
There is
think
not a
she's
PDF
referring to
guide.
the drive-through.
Oh, the drive-through. The drive-through. Ah, yes. The drive-throughs are exactly the same, except for in Queens, we will be in the back parking lot. And that information is in the Troop Cookie Manager manual, which we will drop the link to right now.
It's also in eBuddy in the Help Center.
Amazing.
I'm finding it right now.
Can you hook up more than 3 troops for cookie delivery?
Yeah.
Amazing.
They would just have to do, eBuddy only allows 3 troops at a time, so they'd have to do it under,
Yeah,
like,
so another troop
yeah,
would put
under troop
in,
number 4.
right,
Great.
right.
Last year, parents were able to enter their paper card order into digital cookie, which then transferred to eBuddy. Is that turned off this year? Yes, it is. If the troop has more than one leader, can we all have access to eBuddy? Yes, but everybody must fill out it. If you want access to eBuddy, you must fill out a troop cookie manager agreement. So unless we have one of those on file for everyone, then you will not have access to eBuddy. But yes, more than one leader can have it. Can digital signatures be accepted for the ACH form? Yes, that's totally fine. Kiara, I'm going to say Kiara, but forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. You should contact customer care and they can help you with that. Uh, Jasmine says, my delivery tab is blank. Is that normal?
Yes, because she has not submitted her initial order. It will be blank until she submits her initial order.
Amazing. Thank you. I just submitted an ACH form and registered as a cookie manager, but I don't have instructions on how to access eBuddy. That will be, so an email will be emailed to the email that you have on file in Salesforce, and that will give you the step-by-step instructions on how to log in. Uh, So, Amy, the question is just to clarify because I didn't realize this until I mentioned it a while ago. If you fill out the booth line and get cookies on credit, what happens if you do not sell your packages? You are fiscally responsible for those. So we will sweep for them. Jasmine, I think that's what you were asking me if I to restate what I said about payment of booth cookies. So just to clarify, booth cookies are issued on credit. They will not be swept for at the initial order ACH because we don't want anyone to be out of pocket. So we've moved that to the end of it, but you are fiscally responsible for that.
Hi, y'all are frozen. There you are.
Hi. Oh, okay. Um, if we want to get the paper forms 2 to 3 days before the cookie sale ends, you are the big important date for you is 2/9. That is when you will submit. Are we allowed to pick up cookies from the Roosevelt Field location? If that is a delivery station and you have, no, Heather is saying no. Heather, unmute and tell me why.
I think Roosevelt Field is like the mall in Nassau County, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah,
So
okay.
that would be a definite no because that is
No,
not our
That
council.
is a different,
There is a Girl Scout building there though. Like I see it all the time. It's on the
that is a
outskirts.
different council.
Oh, got you. Now I understand. Thank you.
No problem. I'm sorry, I thought Roosevelt and immediately thought Roosevelt Island. Mostly probably because Roosevelt Field is a sports thing, and I never, ever, ever know anything about sports. Um, I didn't know the Knicks played at Madison Square Garden. It was actually a big giant thing in a
Mike
moving industry.
Roosevelt Field is a shopping area.
Well, there you go. Amazing. Again, this is why I don't know things. Um, what is Salesforce? Salesforce is the program that we use to keep track of all of our information. Yes, and to clarify, any person who needs eBuddy access will need to fill out a True Cookie Manager form. Yes. Leaders also? Yes. Even if they are not the TCM? Yes. If you want access to eBuddy, you must fill out a True Cookie Manager form. Uh, you mentioned that digital cookie submissions will no longer be linked to eBuddy, so IO paper forms should be collected and manually submitted for each girl. Correct. Can you please repeat where the Queen's drive-thru is? Yes, it is at the Hall of Science, where it was last year. However, we will not be in the front horseshoe. We will be in the back. So it will be a much more spacious place, and it's a much better uh, area for us. Are the order card cookies swept for credit at the end? No. So Lisa, the order card is swept for at the initial order ACH. I don't have that date off the top of my head. I'm sure Heather can find it for you. But the initial order cards are swept for at the beginning. Only booth cookies. Booth cookies are the only part of initial order that are issued on credit.
Initial order sweep February 25th.
Great. Leah, send us an email, and we will look into uh, why you don't have access to it. If girls are selling cookies in person, only digitally without girl delivery, what is the role of eBuddy? Is it just to enter bank information and reward information, or are there other pieces that I'm not understanding? Excellent question, Denise. You do want to check your dashboard because important messages will be there. You also, the Help Center is a great resource person, and it will show you what has been sold in digital cookie. And you do need to enter your bank information there. Other than that, Shelley, I think that would be what eBuddy would be used for if you are only selling digitally, correct?
yeah, and then I think she mentioned rewards, so you would need to
Right.
submit your reward order there too, as well.
Great. Don't be intimidated, Denise. We're here to help. You have a whole team behind you. If we want to turn off in-person delivery after IO, is that still possible? That power resides with the caregiver. You can turn off girl delivery they can turn off girl delivery at any moment. Um, could you give us, so Heather, this one's for you. Could you please give us guidance on how many cases of cookies to order for the booth sales, types of cookies, flavors, etc.? I believe there is a chart in the Troop Cookie Manager manual that sort of has recommendations for that, correct?
There is, and it's a percentages depending on how many packages that you want, So if you wanted to do like 20 cases, and you can look at those percentages. I'm trying to find the page in the manual.
If you tell me the page, I'll get there. I'm bringing it up on the screen so that they can see it.
Page
Amazing.
37 is the page.
Sorry if everybody's getting dizzy here.
Corey, can you please drop the ACH and the TCM in the chat, please? So, Angeli, we're going to show you both. We're going to give you the links for both of the forms that you need. Ying asks, are we in the parking lot? We are in the Hall of Science back parking lot, yes, where we were 2 years ago. And then, Shelley, there is a request to show us how we enter a booth request in eBuddy, if we could do that.
Here's the booth
Here we go.
basics. So there, it's on 37, as you told me. I thought you said 36 was going through my mind. So
All right.
there's the percentages. So that's a good guide, to order your cookies. Okay, so we want to do.
We want to enter ourselves a booth.
Okay, so you're going to go to the booth sales tab. Okay, you're going to add or edit a Troop booth. You click that, and then you're going to go to this little plus add sign. From there, you're going to enter all of the information. So we're going to call this Mom and Pops. We're going to put the addresses. There we go. But we'll say it's in and then you're going to put, now this contact is not you. The contact would be a person at the location. Okay. Same with the phone number and an email. That would be the person, the location's information. Then you're going to enter the date. We said the 22nd. You're going to enter the start time. Let's say 11 a.m. and then the end time. And it's going to be 3 p.m. At this point, all you have to do is hit save. Now you see the little sign that comes up that says your status will be pending until it's approved. If it's not approved, it won't go over to the cookie finder and people won't know where to find your booth. Okay, so you're going to hit OK. And then Michael or Heather, can you verify, is it the council who approves those booths?
Correct.
Then the council will approve them, and you'll see here where it says approval pending, it will just say approved. And then you know you're good to go for that booth.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Alessandra asks, are there any options for delivery location if you have less than 75 cases and do not hook up with another troop? In that case, you would have to go to the drive-through. So you either need to hook up with another troop to get your cookies or go to the drive-through. Who do we put down as a location if there is no business? We are a new troop, but outside of Girl Scouts, a bunch of us host regular bake sales at a sidewalk location. I've never had an issue. I would say enter in the location and then enter in yourself as that contact. So just in that case, is if you are using like a street address, enter yourself in and all of your information so that we know. That would be, but if it is a business, please enter the business information. And yes, Nancy, we can absolutely drop the link in for the Troop Cookie Manual. And we will do that. You are very welcome, Alessandra and Amy. Okay, I answered way more of those questions. That was my it was my own little game show here. I talked far too
Great
much.
job, Michael.
So Sherry asks, how do I set up the troop site to be included in the citywide cookie finder map? That will automatically happen as once you fill out your troop link. It will be added to our cookie connector map. Okay, does anyone have any more eBuddy initial order questions? Yes, I can absolutely remind you what a cookie connector map is. On our website, we have all of the troop links on a map of New York City. So you can enter in your uh, zip code, and it says, let's say my zip code is 10036. I can then find a troop site that is in my neighborhood so I can actually support them. During the initial order period, they will be troop links. After that, they go to individual girl links. But the caveat for the girl links is the parent must opt in. We don't just randomly put up girl links. We want to make sure that for safety, the parent is comfortable with that. Um, if a girl is doing a booth in front of her home on her own, is it handled the same way as a booth sale, or is it not necessary? It is not necessary. In fact, it absolutely should not be entered into eBuddy. We like to call those lemonade stands, and that is, those should not be entered into eBuddy. Only Troop Cookie. I don't know what you're talking about, Nancy, so if someone from my team can talk about the eBuddy Troop user manual, that would be great.
Yeah, there's on the eBuddy site, when you go to the help center and you
Mhm.
go into their manual section, there's actually a troop user manual that goes through everything eBuddy. Not cookie season, what you the beautiful manual that you guys do, but it's the actual eBuddy
So
manual.
I can't drop that into the chat because you would need access to eBuddy for that.
Okay, so I'll just direct everybody to go.
Direct everybody once they're in there.
Okay, yep.
That's great.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I had no idea uh, what that was.
Yeah, right there, the troop user manual, that.
And that's all you would see as a troop. I'm in as me in the live site, so I see a little bit more.
Yeah.
You guys would just see this troop user manual. And then it's brand new this year, very easy to follow if you need help and you can't get a hold of someone at the council in the middle of the night. Or we also have over 30 YouTube videos that you can go in and watch, how to place your initial order, how to enter a booth sale. So all of those little 2 to 3 minute videos are available on the Little Brownie YouTube channel.
Okay. There's questions. If you do not show up in the cookie finder, just let us know. And we will do some research into that. You can locate the drive-through locations will be in the delivery stations. There's one in Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and who am I forgetting? The Bronx. And you can find your delivery stations there. I agree, always test the cookie finder to make sure your troop shows up. Yes, if troops are selling at their school location, that is considered a booth sale, as long as everyone is doing it together as a troop. Okay, that is the end of the eBuddy questions that I am seeing so far. So Sandra asks, Hi, if we add a booth now, how do we best determine date to sell? Since we have to wait to receive the product, is it safe to say that the booth can be done in March or April? So it cannot be done in April. The program ends March 29th. Um, you can choose. So cupboards open February 11th. Booths can be done anytime after that. It is your choice when you want to do that, when it works into your schedule, when it works into your programming. Um, if you choose to do a booth between February 11th and the time that you get your cookies, which starts at the drive-through on February 28th, and then the home deliveries are the week after, you will need to pick up those cookies from a cupboard. Home deliveries are the first week of March, and you are so welcome, Siobhan. Um, oh yay! Jasmine says this was incredibly helpful. There's some lovely, lovely comments for you, Shelley, in the chat.
I'm reading them. I'm giving them little hearts.
Amazing. If a girl does a lemonade stand on her own, where does the cookies come from to give her? Those can come from your extras, or you can put in a cupboard order for her, but you will have to coordinate those. Shaniqua, I'm not going to talk about free shipping at this junction. You'll have to come to Cookies, Cocoa, and Questions to ask all those questions. Uh, Danielle asks, can we order booth cookies with our initial order? Yes, you may, and you should put them on the booth line. And again, just a reminder that those are issued on credit. And can we order booth cookies if you are going the lemonade stand route? Yes, but realize that they come in cases and you are fiscally responsible for the entire case. So it may be, uh, it may make more sense to go to a cupboard. But if you would like to put those, if you were planning on doing a lemonade stand and you would like to put those cookies on the booth line, you are absolutely entitled to that. Uh, Cookies, Cocoa, and Questions is January 26th. Uh, can we order booth cookies if we're going the lemonade stand route? We just did that one. Yes. So on the booth, Jennifer asks, it's a line. And Shelly, can you show us just with your
Yeah.
cursor where that is?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to hit that.
No problem.
It's down at the bottom and it's here in this gray and you'll see booth.
Amazing. So so Jennifer, this is where you add your booth cookies. The booth tab is where you request a booth. Sorry to ask if you repeated this. Digital cookie and request order sheets. If you are only using digital cookie, you do not have to collect order forms and add them into eBuddy. Order forms and adding them into eBuddy are only used for the order form, the actual physical orders. If you are using just digital cookie will take care of that. Okay. Anyone else on eBuddy while we have Shelly here? If not, I'm going to do this the way that I always do, which is going once.
Hey, Mike, I always have something to say.
Yeah, sure. Please add.
So, just because I know this is one of the bigger things that we get almost like every year, and you do say it and you have said it, please make sure when you are filling out eBuddy and you are ready to submit that line that says extra cookies all is zeroed out. And if you are going to do a booth, use your booth cookies for that so that you can have everything cased up. Because as Mike says, we have to deliver by cases, not by packages, so that you will not end up in arrears, right? Or having to sell so many, you have to sell those extra cookies anyway. But that's one way to help with your cookie sales. And if you have, you're not quite sure what that means, please connect with your service unit cookie managers, this is when they shine. This is when they get to do their thing and to tell you how to do what they are there for. Okay. So please also make sure if you have not picked up your cookie materials, because those are the calls that my team is making right now, is to make sure that you get your cookie materials and your box of the Explore Mores to sample with your troop. Okay, so please connect with your cookie manager. If you do not know who your cookie managers are, please reach out to me and my team, and we will help you to find out who your cookie manager is and how you can get in contact with them. Thank you,
You may
Mike. Thank you,
you,
team.
you may always interrupt me when you have wonderful things to add.
I
Like
appreciate
that.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and for always adding in the thing that I
You know
forget.
I'm down low really on the cookie team.
It's true. It's true. She's our honorary member, and we're lucky to have her. Okay. Um, some love for you in the chat, Shelley. All right. Going once, going twice. Debbie Foreman, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are here to help. Thank you. Huge thank you to Shelley, Rosa from Little Brown Brownie. We couldn't have done this without you. And stay tuned for the sequel, part two, which is everything after initial order.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you for having me.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Question. Are we
Yes,
gonna have
question.
are we gonna have access to this Zoom link after?
The recording, yes.
Yes.
We will send you the recording and we will also put it up on the website.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I had a question in the chat, Mike. You forgot it. Okay.
What was it?
Make sure you let the parents, leaders, or caregivers know that if the girl personally is doing a lemonade stand with cookies, that they must be paid up in front and they're being credited to her personal cookie order.
Okay.
Oh, I said it. You didn't confirm it.
I that has nothing to do with us. That's
Oh,
between the
okay.
troop leader and the parents. So I'm not
Okay.
going
Okay.
I'm not
Got
going to
it. Got
confirm.
it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
But I think it's a good policy.
Yes.
I think it's a lovely policy
Okay.
and
Got
is
it.
very upfront.
Got it.
Awesome.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
There is no service unit cookie manager right now for Irving Berlin.